Alan, I noticed it when I stepped outside today, a lot more comfortable than yesterday.
Yeah, it's all about perspective, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Of course, coming up from Texas over the last week, it's been a big transition.
Yeah.
One of the things I knew would happen, the sun setting really early this far north in latitude. Yeah. So I'm like waiting for the longer and later sunsets. And
Yep.
it really starts to kick in once we get to daylight saving time. That's going to happen early March. But you see, on the winter solstice, December 21st, we're talking about a 4:07 sunset. So closer to 7 by March the 8th, and things will hopefully start warming up by that point. We do have some sparse and light snow showers. It looks like up toward the northern portions of the state, Presque Isle, and south of that toward Holton, but the clouds are starting to thicken up, and that should act as somewhat of an insulator on the temperatures overnight. I don't think we're going to drop a whole lot more from where we are right now. The first system that we're looking at on the board here, it's that area of low pressure north of the Great Lakes. That'll swing by us tomorrow, minimal impacts. The bigger one is going to be out toward the Pacific Northwest, and that's the one that's going to bring in a lot of rain and wind. So we just minimal impact heading into tomorrow. Later in the day, some light snow showers in the mountainous terrain of the state, north and west. We'll catch a little wind shift with that front. And then into Thursday, I think this is going to be the nicest day, one of at least, kind of splitting hairs Wednesday, Thursday, but one of the nicer days of the week. Fair skies, temperatures up into the 40s. And heading into Friday, this is when things start to get just not very comfortable. Yeah, it's going to be milder. Temperatures probably up into the low 50s, but that warm up is going to come with significant southerly wind and rain. So it's going to be fairly rainy on Friday. You'll probably want to have rain gear handy throughout the day. I think the heaviest portion will come around midday, late morning, early afternoon. Could pick up a ½ inch to an inch of rain, and then perhaps some lingering snow showers in the mountains again later in the day Friday as things start to clear out. Saturday's the break day in between that system and another one coming in on Sunday. Weekend, it does get cooler, and this second clipper system also going to bring in a chance for some snow with perhaps some coastal rain. So Friday, I think that's going to be the hurdle to get through, so to speak, as we head toward the weekend. It's going to be mainly rain. The wind gusts could get up close to 60 miles per hour down east and into the mid-coast of the state. And I don't think it's going to be a flooding event, ½ inch to an inch of rain. Stream flows are low right now. However, that wind and the warm up going to lead to a reduction in some of the snowpack out there. Strongest winds, like we talked about, going to be into the mid-coast and down east. You see the red color there, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. Could have some higher gusts than that, and those winds stay pretty strong as you get farther to the south. So Friday, we are expecting a pretty good amount of wind. Tonight, mid to low 20s in southern Maine, down east, Bar Harbor, mid 30s, north of that into the lower 20s. Tomorrow, we may get into the 40s for the first time this month, but it'll be close, right at 40 or so in the Portland area. Marine forecast looking pretty rough tomorrow. A gale warning will be in effect, seas at 6 to 9 feet. So we get this warming trend Thursday, Friday. Temperatures get into the lower 50s inland with that rain and wind. And then for the weekend, things do cool down a little bit. But Saturday, I think it's going to be cooler, but a nicer day to be out and about. Winds will still have some giddy up to them out of the west on Saturday. Maybe a few flakes flying around on Sunday. But I think Friday on that 7-day forecast, definitely the day where I think it's going to be the most impactful if you're out and about with the rain, the wind, albeit in the low 50s.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alan. We appreciate it.